in a row we release it before St. Patrick's Day. Nice! Hello guys, it's me Lego Master 627 and welcome back to Back Your Videos. Today is Friday, March 15th, 2024. You know, actually it's kind of funny, speaking of March 15th, this was actually the day in 2018 that the first ever Backyard St. Patrick's Day event ever went live. This was in the old backyard, about 2.5 months before we moved here. So that's a fun fact, by the way. So hey, what a coincidence. Anyway, with all that said, let's get into it. First things first, the time I'm recording this is 2:47 p.m. Now this event took around, I want to say, an hour to make. I technically finished around like 1:30, but I wanted to create some items, which I forgot to do beforehand, so one of them being this little item interface here, which I literally made right before recording this video, so that can explain. So we have St. Patrick's Day 2024 items. On March 15th, the St. Patrick's scarf from 2021, because ironically speaking, it has not been re-released ever since the 2022 St. Patrick's Day event. Also, I don't think I've ever really fully showed off this scarf properly. We've seen it in the 2021 event, except I don't think it was actually really shown at all. But it was an item, but I don't think I ever showed it. But that is located in the shed, at least for this party. On March 16th, we will have the St. Patrick's Day 2024 background at the tree next to the garden. But we will actually be seeing that background later on in the video because it's actually a part of that room. Lastly but not least, on St. Patrick's Day itself, the shirt will be created. So that will also be located in the workshop. Specifically probably in one of these two chairs, but it doesn't matter, either one works. Anyway, the only other decoration in this room is this shamrock decoration, which, fun fact, was actually in the tree next to the garden last year, which is really cool. So this year I swapped it around. By the way, the logo I actually made on Pi Day. This event started on March 15th and originally would have ended on March 18th, but because I still have an extra day off for spring break, I'm just gonna leave it up for an extra day. It's also, that day is also gonna be pretty busy too, despite, you know, not having a school day. Anyway, the logo also looks really cool. Thought I'd just mention. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to the other rooms, as that's ironically all of them. Oh yeah, I kinda now regret, you know, not putting these away now, because I realized these actually would make sense for an event like this. Speaking of which, over here we have the St. Patrick's Day scarf, which of course was originally released in 2021. Of course, putting on the following scarf, that is how it looks. Looks very, very cool. What do you guys think? The only other decoration in this room is the necklaces, which unlike last year are not items. They are just decorations this time around. Oh, actually, the other light for that is up there, so I guess putting those away a few days back was kind of pointless. But they will be put back in the shed after the event, which is only 4 days away. So, next up is the tripod area. Now, as you can see, we have shamrock lights. To be honest, I completely forgot I had these, if I'm being quite honest. Also, of course, because it's daytime, obviously you won't be able to see these pretty clearly, at least in their light form. And I think even one of the lights is just straight up missing. I mean, like one of the shamrocks. But I think that's been lost for at least a year at this point, so I really don't care. Plus also, you'll barely really be able to notice it because it's on top. Regardless. I know I was going to go a majority of events without using lights, but then I completely forgot that I actually had these. I literally was going for the bin and realized I actually had these lights still. And somehow, they still work. I know you can't see that because obviously it's daytime, but they somehow still work somehow. I don't even know how, but they do for some reason. Now outside of that, the only other decorations we have is, well, actually, that fell off of the shamrock garland over there, so that can explain why. We also have another necklace, but remember, unlike last year, these are just decoration. Plus also, this would just be a repeat item, even though I know this is a repeat item, but may I remind you, this can be released at every single St. Patrick's Day event because it doesn't have a specific year on it. I know these don't either, but I don't feel like bringing those back, mainly because the event's a lot shorter. One final decoration we can see in the tripod area is very similarly to the Valentine's Day party. We have the Happy St. Patrick's Day sign, which is pretty insane considering we did see the Valentine's Day version of this sign in this exact same spot about a month ago. Anyway, that's really cool, and that actually wraps up the entire tripod area. It's actually one of the most decorated rooms in the whole party. I swear, man, I feel like the tripod area is ending up somehow being one of the most decorated places when it comes to backyard events since like the beginning of this year. I don't know why. Hopefully that doesn't become a reoccurring trend. Now, like I said earlier, we would be seeing this again. So as you can see, I wasn't actually kidding. This is the background, but also is also just a sign saying Happy St. Patrick's Day 2024. But it's mainly also the background. But obviously we can't unlock that or collect it until March 16th. By the way, this is another one of the, hold on. This is another one of these shamrocks that fell off of this garland, just like the one we saw earlier in the tripod area. We'll just put it right here for the sake of the event. Regardless, this is very cool. And for all we know, this could potentially be the shirt design if I actually feel like it. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see where things go. Although actually, do remember the interface that you saw earlier. So that probably could be it. Speaking of the garland, it's ironic that I keep mentioning that because, fun fact, this was in the tripod area last time in 2023. This year around, it's actually here at the, tree next to the garden. I really should stop calling it that considering the garden is no more. As of like, exactly 2 years ago! Hooray! Whoa, that's insane! I just remember today we got rid of the garden over there. Exactly 2 years ago. Nice! I remember that. And honestly, it was worth getting rid of that because it was in a very, 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 very messed up state. Looks like how this entire yard is at the moment. Now, that's not all. The garland may end here. However, going back through it, we can see it actually extends a little more, which is really cool. And of course, it goes all across here. If you're curious where it starts like right here. And I only have one of these, so that's why I wasn't able to cover the whole tree, because I only have one of these. But that's fine, considering I don't need all of them. I don't need like a ton of these. Anyway, guys, that wraps up this episode of Backyard Videos. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Remember to like and subscribe. What do you guys think of the St. Patrick's Day party of 2024? Honestly, this is actually really cool. And yeah, with all that said, we'll be back on March 16th to, of course, collect that item back there. And then again on March 17th to, of course, showcase the shirt. And then we'll go from there. Until next time, goodbye!